Hey everybody, good morning. This is Captain Brian Rakucci with Big Daddy's Guide Service, and this is your Catch America Lake Almanor fishing report. Hey, I started filming this report about 5 o'clock this morning, tied up to the docks waiting for the customers to show. Thought I was going to have plenty of time, but you know what? They showed up a little bit early, which is a good thing. So we headed out and got after it and had a fantastic day out here on Lake Almanor. You've been hearing me talk about it for weeks now. The aquatic bug hatch is happening all over the lake. We've been using the high-speed trolling techniques. We're running optimizer juniors. We're running trigger spoons, speedy shiners, coating them up with Browntown scent, running them down anywhere from 15 to 35 feet, depending on the water depth you're in, and just watching the fish hammer those things. The rainbows are super active right now. We've been getting some nice browns over the course of the last week, and today was no different. We were probably a little bit lighter on quality yesterday, and then today it just came right back, roaring back with rainbows up to 5 pounds, browns 4 or 5 pounds. Just a phenomenal outing on a beautiful day here on Lake Almanor. Hey, and this bite's not over. It's going to keep going for the next couple of weeks like this. And we're only talking about the midges and the small aquatic bugs right now. I saw my first hex fly larva in a couple of rainbows that I cleaned this week. We actually saw a live hex fly on the surface this week. So that's getting ready to get going here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We'll probably start to see an increase in that hex fly activity, but plenty of food to keep these fish interested, and I see no sign of this slowing down anytime soon. We got water temps in the mid to upper 60s. I've been hearing reports of even seeing a surface layer up at the 71 degree mark today in some shallower water, but water clarity is good. You can see the releases on the downriggers down 16, 17 feet in some cases. So conditions are just prime. Lake's been kind of hold and serve. Hasn't really risen much in the last week. Still about 2 feet from maximum pool. But the conditions of the water look great, and the fish are healthy. And that's one of the big draws here at Lake Almanor. There's no shortage of food for these fish. So they're just in fantastic shape right now. All right, guys, that's all for the moment here at Lake Almanor. For more information about the trips we're running here or on the other lakes, BigDaddyFishing.com on the web, or you can check us all out at Big Daddy's Guide Service on the social media platforms. Tie lines.
Hey guys, welcome to Catch America. I'm Brett Brady, Barebones Guide Service. Up here on Bullards Bar here again today. I'd like to do a shout out to John and his crew for coming out today. Went out for some kokanee fishing. It's not red hot by any means, don't get me wrong there. We got, quite a few fish. Mainly everything is up on the North Fork arm. A few out in the middle of the lake. They're still kind of scattered out, waiting for these guys still to bunch up. It's only got to get better, but we probably another couple of weeks and we'll start seeing the main body fishing a lot better than it is right now. Earlier in the week, we were up on Stampede, and that's insanity fishing for the kokanee. It's just off the wall, mainly up the little truckee arm at about 35 to 45 feet deep. Lots of little fish. So there's 2 classes of fish up there. There's the little guys that are running about 8-9 inches long. There's another bigger group of fish down in there. You got to hunt for them a little bit, and they're kind of being mixed in a little. That are running up to about 11 inches long, but nothing much above that. So it's a 5 fish limit up there, 11 inches. You do the math, it's not a lot. There is still some pretty good trout fishing up that little truckee arm. We got into some nice trout up in there. I got a little video there, show you. We were running a birdie bug up there where a little truckee dumps on in. It was pretty fun. As for bullards, our fish are running 10 to 12 inches, a little bit bigger than the Stampede fish, and you can do a 10 fish limit here. So a couple of limits is fairly easy. You're doing much more than that. It's you're having a workout. So pretty much the standard kokanee gear, anything pink, orange, and purple seem to be our best colors. The T-Peg was working really well for us pretty much all day long. So I might want to take a look at that one. Pink Hoochie was working good. Didn't throw Uncle Larry lures down there much, but those guys are all doing well. Fish pretty much 65 to 85. We were actually catching fish clear down to 95 feet, which is crazy for this time of the year. They shouldn't be that deep, but you got to go where you got to go. So that's the rundown on the stuff that we're doing. Have a great day. It was a great day out here for us. Till next time.
Hey there, this is Kevin Brock with the weekly June 3rd Catch America Fishing Report. Well, what's going on? Man, there's lots of lakes that are fishing good. We're fishing shad right now, and we're fishing lots of shad. Fishing over the Sacramento River, and then the Feather River also. So shad fishing's off the hook. Using little grubs, little chartreuse with silver flake has been the best. The water conditions are premier. Water temperatures anywhere between 62 and 63 degrees. So it's perfect for shad. You can catch them on the Feather from the outlet down to Gridley. You can catch them from Oroville Bend, or you can catch them from Chico all the way down to Koutha, and then even farther, Verona I heard was really good. So shad fishing has just been fantastic. So that's what we're doing right now. Check us out at fishkevinbrock.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe on Catch America. And weather today is, man, spectacular, mid-70s or something, low 80s. The weather's great. Hope you guys get out there and get some fish. And until next time, fish on, enjoy the videos, enjoy the pictures. Take care. Thanks for supporting us, and God bless.
Hey guys, welcome to the Catch America Fishing Report for the week of June the 3rd. And I'm Captain Jeff Goodwin out here on Shasta Lake in Northern California. Our report for Shasta Lake is that it is fishing very, very good. Kokanee fishing is great. The rainbow trout fishing is pretty good. Our king salmon fishing is pretty consistent, but our brown trout fishing is still a bit on the slow side. We have very good water conditions. Water temperatures on the surface are in the mid-70s, and we have some nice green water in most parts of the lake. Things are going to continue to improve throughout this next week, especially in the area of the rainbow trout. We got 6 in the boat today, and pretty soon we're going to have more rainbows than browns. We'll have more rainbows than most of our salmon, our king salmon fishing. But the kokanee fishing is so good that it's not hard for us to get limits of kokanee pretty much every trip for the last couple weeks. So really excited about that, and I've posted up some stuff showing pictures and some of the gear that we're using to catch those kokanee. So far, some of our best presentations have been with the Catch America 6-inch Dodgers. We really like the gold Dodgers right now, and the silver Dodgers are fantastic as well, especially with some UV tape on them, moon jelly to be specific. And the Uncle Larry's spinners are great too. I'm liking the gold finishes. The copper finishes are good as well. Add some pink or orange to those patterns, and it's just easy money. The kokanee are running around 15 inches right now, so a couple of smaller ones throughout the day, but man, they're just big and fat and beautiful. Finally starting to catch some bigger rainbows, 2 to 3 pound range. We'll start catching some 4 to 5 pound class rainbows here within the next 2 to 3 weeks, I imagine. But that's about it. Divers are really good. The Chinook divers for the rainbows right now, and I'm running number 3 Dodgers with about 80 feet of line out, and that got us pretty much all of our rainbows today. So run some Optimizer Juniors behind those. Look for my version of the Optimizer Junior. It's going to be a little bit thinner material. We're going to get those lined out and painted up here pretty soon, I hear, and I'll be putting together a kit for those with some of my custom colors that work really good out here, especially on Shasta Lake and probably other lakes as well. So pretty excited about that. I think they're going to be a home run spoon, the right size, going to be the right thickness, going to get the right action, and I think we're really going to see some good numbers come in with those spoons. So anyways, that's about it. Till next week, hit the like button for this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to Catch America Fishing on YouTube. And hey, enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you guys get out fishing this weekend. I'll be back next week with an updated report for Shasta Lake about this great summer fishing that we're having right now, and we'll have through into fall. All right, tight lines, take care.
Come over to your left, right here. I'm gonna stand right there. Remember, we've got a line here. I might have you come back over here. That's a big fish. See him out there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a big lightning trout. Okay, low rod when that happens. I want you to keep going lower.
Okay.
Keep going lower. Reach out. Come over here. Just reach out over there so you get that dip down. There you go. There you go. There you go. See how he went back under?
Yeah.
Yeah. Head gets in the air. It's a lot easier for him to shake the hook than if it's under the water. The water cushions everything.
Okay.
At some point, I'm gonna tend to lift him.
Okay. What is that? That's a lunker. Look at that. Oh, he's pretty.
Woo!
Hey!
Oh
my!
Smokes. Look at the color on him.
4.5, 5 pounds.
Woo!
That's a real fish.
Yeah, look at that.
Number one rule: don't hit the
Wait,
captain.
don't do it yet.
Right there.
Okay, so
and,
down?
and sharply.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
There you go. Did I sting him?
Oh, you. Did you see that jumbo Collins Lake lightning trout one of my clients caught? You're probably wondering what that fish hit on. Well, I'll tell you. It was death by pink trout tricks worm. Let's talk about what's going on at Collins Lake. But before we do that, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. You'll always know when the Catch America team is here on YouTube giving you the best hard-hitting trout and salmon fishing information available. Yeah, we also dabble in stripers as well. Anyhow, let's talk Collins. Had one trip this week, super fun trip. Had 3 women from the town of Forest Hill, that's my hometown, out on the boat. They wanted to learn, not avid fisher ladies. They were all Gen Xers. We had a lot to talk about. It was just a fun day. We got our fish on. We had to work for them though, because I'm going to tell you, the bite at Collins Lake right now, I'd rate it as probably fair, okay? To catch fish, we had to be patient. We religiously used my trigger scent. We pulled a lot of soft plastics and we kept them in what I felt was the sweetest zone based on the marks that I was seeing. The problem up there right now isn't a lack of trout. It's the fact that the trout are super spread out. The surface temperature is climbing, but there are still trout right underneath the surface, but we're also catching trout all the way down to 57 feet deep. Lake's only 3 feet from maximum pool, so there's a lot of places for those trout to locate. There's also a ton of forage in the lake. The shad have just appeared out of nowhere. There are big schools of shad. You'll see shad breaking on the surface. The trout don't have to look too hard to find forage. They're spread out, they're full, and that equals, kind of a difficult situation for trollers. Rest assured, things are going to get better because as the surface temperature continues to climb, you're going to see both the shad and the trout drop into deeper, cooler water. They're going to stratify down there somewhere between 30 and 40 feet deep for the most part. And when that happens, guys trolling with downriggers, they're going to make short work of a limited trout out there. I went up there several times last summer in July and August. I got trout. I could have had limits. Every time I went, I also caught a bunch of bass because everything gravitates to those shad once the shad drop in the column. So we've got some very exciting downrigger style fishing ahead. Best baits for me, the pink trout tricks worm. It got our big lightning trout. It got several other hookups. I got one fish on a pink trolling fly. I got one fish on a pink Trout Tricks minnow. I'm not using any dodgers or flashers or anything like that. Best depth for me was anywhere from 30 to about 37 feet deep, although my buddy Wes Ward, my old FHS partner, he's been out there working with leadcore. He's still catching fish 10 feet deep, including a couple catfish he caught trolling spoons. So figure that out. Anyhow, my target speed has been from 1.8 to about 2.2. Work at that 2 mile an hour, that's your target speed. If I were going out there, I'm advising you, if you're going out there next week, should be good. The moon is small. Expect to have to work for your fish, though. They are spread out. If you go put in your time, though, there are some very big trout available out there, and you can absolutely pull out a limit. I would go absolutely number one bait, pink Trout Tricks. I'd use the pink Trout Tricks minnows as well. Pretty much anything that you have confidence in that's pink. Work that depth range. If it was me, I would work anywhere from 20 to 40 because that seemed most promising to me. Don't be afraid to go shallower early in the morning. That's really about it. Put in your time. It's not going to be doubles and triples and red hot action. Most likely, you're going to have to fish, the day, bring some ice, put your fish on ice, getting pretty warm out there. But like I say, if you're patient, if you fish with confidence, don't play change the lure game. Just be patient, put on your confidence offerings, put on some trigger scent, work the marks you see on the sonar screen. Good things are going to happen. I'm Kel Kellogg. I'm out of here for now. If you'd like to join me on the big boat at Collins Lake and learn how to fish with downriggers, give me a call, 530-320-0368. I am also offering kayak trips, kayak instructional trips, trophy trout kayak trips at a number of different locations. So same number, give me a call. We can go kayaking. We'll have a good old time. I'm Kel Kellogg, and I'll catch you next time right here on YouTube.
Hello everybody, this is Roger George with Roger George Guide Service, here with your Catch America report for the week of June 3rd on San Luis Reservoir. The reservoir is falling about a half a foot a day right now. It's at 1.3 million acre feet, 65%, and falling slowly. We hope it's going to stabilize soon, but the biggest thing at the lake right now is that the algae bloom is really kicked into gear with the water temperatures getting up to as much as 75 degrees. So what you have is that stuff is just really going, and the visibility in some parts of the lake is as little as an inch or two, in other areas a little bit more. That has changed the bite. And the other factor is that the fish are still milting and spawning. So there's still groups of fish that are just not interested in biting. And a lot of the fish that we're catching were milting like crazy. So they're in the middle of it, and the majority of fish we're catching are males. So that tells you a little bit about the fact that the spawn at San Luis seems to go on a lot longer than you find at a lot of other lakes. And so that behavior can confound you at times, because you kind of go, gosh, there's a lot of fish, they're not biting. Well, they're actually trying to spawn at that point. So something to keep an eye on. The other thing that right now has happened is that our temperatures have gone up and down like a roller coaster. And because of that, the wind in that pass at San Luis is very affected. And so getting those winds, some days they're closing the lake when it gets too windy. So you want to make sure that maybe you got a day where it's not too bad wind. But when you're out there, the wind coming up suddenly, keep an eye on it. And the wind to watch out for is the west wind coming from Dinosaur Point going towards the dam. That's the one that can create the most trouble and come up the fastest. Last week we scouted and we found fish that were shallow, up in the shallow water in some of these coves right now, and using things like the regular Lucky Craft and all those types of rip baits in silver black work. If those fish are active, then that will work. So once again, it's finding the fish to be able to catch them, and they may be on sonar, but they may not be biting. Likewise, we're finding that by trolling, we're finding fish when we're getting down with diving lures and getting down a little bit deeper, 50, 60, 70 feet, and pulling these lures about 100, 120 feet behind the boat at about 2 miles an hour seems to work fairly well. I would suggest that you might want to get a little bit bigger model right now and one of lure and also one that makes maybe a little bit more noise, a little more vibration in that algae water. It seems like that is also another factor people don't think about. So in our scouting, I actually looked around the lake for like 2 or 3 hours, couldn't hardly find fish. I was frustrated. And finally I found some fish in the middle of nowhere, and we ended up with over 20 fish, up to 9 pounds. And it just saved the day, but there was just that one single stop that made the difference. And so that's the kind of lake that San Luis is. Unless you're very experienced, just be aware of that covering ground may be what you have to do to be able to find those fish while they're going through this period of time. So on a rating the lake on a scale of 10, I would rate it about a 3. And I would suggest to you that, it's going to get better maybe here shortly. The full moon's next week, be another factor that's going to change everything. Hopefully we have some stability. Get out there and go after those fish. If you like what you hear, subscribe to the station, give us a big thumbs up, and I'd like to leave you with one last thing. Never give up.
Guys, Captain Nate checking in with your weekly Catch America fishing report for the week of June 1st. We're out on Lake Berryessa, and we're already done, y'all. Already done. Started off real slow. I was talking to the guys, letting them know, the bite really hasn't taken off this early. And, just like clockwork, it didn't. And then, wham, the light switch went on, and it was over with before we knew it. We started with a double, and we ended with a double that we lost, and then we picked up another double to wrap out our limits. Let me show you guys what we got. Berryessa is fishing fantastic. Oh, hold on. I have to dig through my lunch. Chrome killer corn. Don't miss out on that stuff, guys. And massive kokanee. We got some nice rainbows, Eagle Lake strains, rainbow trout. We got it all. The fishing is just so good, guys. It's so good. Don't miss out on it. Get on the books. It's on. I'm gonna let out a couple little secrets with you guys today. I know that you've been checking everything out on Catch America on the YouTube, and I appreciate you guys. Today, the hot setups. Here we go. See them there? Catch America Moon Jelly, Catch America Gold. We got Uncle Larry's. I believe this is the watermelon here. We got orange T-Pex black dots, pink T-Pex black dots. There you go, guys. Chrome killer corn. So, corn recipe, real quick again. White shoe peg corn, full can of tuna, all the oil, drain it into your corn, tablespoon and a half of chrome killer, and then another tablespoon of the Potskey's Fire Cure orange. That's my color. Pick and choose a color as you wish. You can use it just plain and not use it, but I like it because that Fire Cure is kind of going to harden up the crowns of your corn, make it a little tougher so the fish can't just pick them off. It's catching everything, guys. It's catching king salmon, kokanee salmon, Eagle Lake trout, rainbow trout, crappie, bass, catfish, you name it. It's working. Don't miss out. Make that recipe. On to the next lake, Lake Camanche. Fishing is great for the guys that have surf rods and 10-foot leaders and are able to cast 10-foot leaders. North Shore is fishing the best. You got to bomb it deep. Get out as far as you can into that colder, deeper water. Like I said, 10-foot leaders. Guys, you can't cast a 10-foot leader without a big rod. You got to bring a big rod out there. Fish off the North Shore. Find some of those points out past the launch ramps, getting out into the main body. And you got a good chance of catching fish with rainbow and chartreuse glitter power bait. Okay? You're going to need a little heavier weight, but that's all right. And you just got to bomb it out there, guys. But they're loading up some real nice fish. They're getting limits, the guys that are doing it the right way. Pardee, I haven't heard much about, so I can't really give you a report on it, guys. I just know that this time of year, if you aren't there, if they didn't plant, I'm just going to be blunt. There's no point in going. The water's so warm inside that launch cove because it doesn't have much depth to it. Those fish are going to go in there, they're going to feel that warm water, and they're running for cold water right away. You ain't got much time. So if you see they're going to do a plant, go there, be there that morning, wait for that plant truck to come. That's your best chance to get on some fish right now, unless you walk all the way around to the far point. There's a far cove. I forget what they call it over there. There's a big brush pile. But you can walk all the way around over the spillway, and then you can get yourself into like some 60, 70-foot water and have a good chance of getting on some fish. Once again, use some long leaders with power bait, and you'll have a chance of getting on fish. Guys, I spilled the beans. I've been telling you to get the kit. This is what we are using. We're using it every day. We're using it with the corn, with the recipe I'm giving you, and we are smacking fish. We're loading up the bags daily. Make sure you do it. Pick yourself up some of these Berryessa kits. Get yourself the chrome killer. Make the corn. Do it exactly how I told you. You won't regret it. Or book a trip with me. I'm filled up pretty much up through the main part of July. I've got a few dates left in August. It's starting to fill. So don't hesitate. Please give us a like. Subscribe to the Catch America YouTube channel. There's a lot of guys on here giving great information, guys. We're giving you information to help you catch fish on your own. And we're letting you know the products that are actually working. Other than that, everyone have a blessed day, and we'll catch you next week.
Hi everybody, Captain Monty Smith, Gold Country Sport Fishing. Time for your Catch America Don Pedro Fishing Report. We was out yesterday, Monday. We had Cal Kellogg and a special guest, the last owner of Uncle Larry's Lures, Bobby Mulbauer. We went out, shoot a lot of video, try some of Bobby's recent stuff, and we got a lot of footage. Cal did a great job. Bobby caught a lot of fish, and we had a great time. We started off rolling shad on 2 rods, and then we ran Uncle Larry's stuff out the back on the shallower rods for kokanee, and the live scope, boy, it was producing a lot of fish, lots and lots of fish. The fish were biting, but they were kind of hesitant. And we were putting some fish in the boat. We were letting everything go pretty much. We were keeping the salmon. At one point we had the shad rods down at 75 and 85 feet. And at one point the 75-foot rod with shad was pounded. And that turned out to be a 3.5 pound beautiful rainbow. Got some good photos. We let it go. It swam off back down in the deep depths of Don Pedro. And we continued on. We kept searching for kokanee. The kokanee are in there, but they're really scattered. And we continued to roll shad, and it was doing okay, but the wind started to pick up, so we took it off. It's hard to control your speed when the wind's blowing, rolling shad. So we put 4 rods out with all lures with kokanee gear, and we started picking up kokanee. We caught some of next year's fish, caught a lot of rainbows. And one in particular lure from Bobby is this pink glitter hoochie with a gold blade on it. Boy, that caught a lot of fish. So get on to Catch America's online store. You can pick them up there. And using my kokanee slammer was working great. That nice mixture. And it was getting late in the day, and we had a pleasant surprise. A rod went off, and Bobby picked up the rod and was reeling. And when it come up behind the boat, everybody thought it was a king salmon, but it wasn't. It was a big kokanee. We've been catching anywhere as next year's fish to this year's fish. Next year's fish are like 7-8 inches long. This year's fish, we've caught them 13 to 15 inches. Well, this one, it wasn't very long. It was like 16.25 inches, and it weighed 2.1 pounds. What a monster. And we caught that on Catch America's squid bait with a little wiggle disc. You guys can get these online at the online store on Catch America. What a great, beautiful fish. No, we didn't let that go. Like I said earlier, we kept all the salmon. What a great day. The water is still really clear. Cal mentioned at one point that he couldn't believe how clear the lake was. I said, well, watch this. So I let one of the downriggers down with a shark weight, and we could see that shark weight at 17 feet down. Water's almost too clear. And some of the stuff, we had bigger dodgers. We had like 6-inch dodgers on, and you could see the fish come up on the live scope and look at stuff. So we scaled down. We put some the same lures, but we ran 4-inch Dodgers, and we started picking up more fish. So get online and get your gear. Also, the lake is still rising, and you know, it's about 9 feet from full capacity. So Blue Oaks is still closed, but by the time this video airs, Blue Oaks launch ramp might possibly be open. So I'm hoping that's a great area to launch out of. But if you don't want to purchase that stuff right away, you want to get out and see it work, give me a call, 209-581-4734, or go to the web at goldcountrysportfishing.com. You can come out with me and I'll show you exactly how to fish this equipment that Catch America has. These Uncle Larry's lures is now Catch America's lures. So give me a call. We'll get you out there and we'll catch you some fish, having a great time in a big, beautiful 24-foot Willie boat. It's got all the latest and greatest gear and technology you could ever imagine. You can literally see the fish come up to your lures and bite it, pop it off, and it's a great tool to have. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down there for you, and you'll be seeing videos and stuff weekly, and you'll get updates all the time. So again, thanks for coming out. I'm Monty Smith, Gold Country Sport Fishing, and remember, catch America. Bye.
Good morning, guys. This is Brian Thomas with Three Sons Guide Service, and this is your Catch America report for the week of June 2nd. Once again, we're out here, beautiful Melones. Fishing, like I said, just can't get any better. We've had consistent limits every day with zero issues. Water temperature is definitely starting to pick up. It was at 75 degrees yesterday. Water clarity still really good. Weather's absolutely awesome. You can't get much better. We're getting fish all the way from 15 to 17 inches. You know, tuna belly, scented corn. These gold dodgers from Catch America have been absolutely killing them. Can't really ask for much more than those. Papa G's spinners been really good. Give us a call if you're looking to get out and get on a trip. Three Sons Guide Service, 916-230-5324. And you can also find our fishing reports at Catch America on YouTube. Give us a subscribe and a like. Talk to you guys soon.